Ooh, there we go. Hey, so yeah, I know it's very late. It's very late. But like I said, I had well, it wasn't anything like crazy. It wasn't like any like crazy unsuspecting visitors. My brother came over. He brought bread. It was very good bread. Very good bread. But I kind of felt bad about not being able to stream, so I thought, you know what? Let's make up for that. Now that, now that he's left, you know what? Let's make up for that. And so here we are, starting at 9:15. Do not expect this to be a normal thing. Yeah, this is gonna be a normal thing, hopefully. But like I said, it's like I always feel bad whenever I'm not able to stream for whatever reason. It's like I don't like it. I don't like not being able to stream. It always just makes me feel kind of So here we are. Here we go. Here we are. What we got though? Like I said. So one thing is like, so we're not gonna be doing any base tonight, and no more, one, because it's kind of late, and two, because I actually did a bunch of it earlier today. And my hands are still kind of from that. So yeah, no, we're not gonna be opening up with any base practice today, but that does mean, on the other hand, we are getting straight into it. We are getting straight into Gunner Heat PC in a bit. So let me see. Let me get this all set up. Okay, that's all set up. That's set up. But I know we talked about this the other day. I know Samar and Blaze brought it up the other day. I'm just still kind of wondering what else has Josh and the team been cooking? That's what I want to know. Is like, what else have they been cooking? Because it can't just be a new Martyr variant. Speaking of updates, though, I only found out about this right before starting. Falcon BMS has also dropped a huge update. Falcon BMS dropped 4.38 to 4.38 today. And some of the stuff they've done in this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, the main things are said: new model for the MiG-29, new model for the Su-30, new model for the Chinese flanker, new model for the KF-21 Borame, and new cockpits for the F-16 and F-15. I still want to know if, when, whatever, are we going to get cockpits for, for any of these other days, flanker, Hornet, a new Hornet cockpit. I think it looked like the trailer might have had a new Hornet cockpit. I am so looking forward to that if that's the case. If there's a new Hornet cockpit, I want that shit. I want that new Hornet cockpit. Oh, it looks so good. It would look so good. If that's actually what that was, and that wasn't just, the lighting effects. Ooh, speaking of lighting effects and such on the BMS update, the other things that are coming with the BMS update that have me just like, oh, they are redoing air defense systems, SAMs, etc., to make them spicier. They're going to be a much bigger problem going forward, and that's going to make missions a lot more interesting to set up. Your threat pictures are going to be a lot more complex, a lot more dynamic, and you're just going to have trouble. It really is that. That's what it is. You are going to have trouble in BMS with the new SAM system modeling that they've been showing off. Also, bases are getting new buildings, which is going to be huge for strike missions, because so many of the old buildings, you could not, like, if you were too far away, even with the targeting pod, it could be a pain in the ass to try and figure out what it was you were looking at down there. It's like, is that a building, or is that just like a weirdly light patch of ground? That was an all too common moment. And hopefully with the new buildings that are coming with the 438 update, that's not going to be as much of a problem anymore. So And but like overall, the BMS update looks so good. Oh, and on top of that, the teasers. Like I said, I want to know what else Josh is cooking. I want to know what else Josh and the team are cooking, because if there is because obviously they've shown the Martyr A1 Plus. The Martyr A1 Plus, the modeling they're doing for its thermal pointer system, that looks incredibly cool. So this is going to require some explanation for people who don't know. But the thermal pointer system on the Martyr A1 Plus does not work like a true thermal sight. This is something that tripped me up too. I thought the A1 Plus just had a true thermal sight, but it turns out it's much weirder. So the way it works, to my understanding, is you have the standard infrared night vision sight that works like, you know, the night vision sight on the current Martyr that's in the game. Let me show you the current Martyr so you can actually have an idea of what this looks like. So Graphen War, Martyr 1, Night. Martyr 1, Night. This is the A1 minus, which does not have the thermal pointer. But this will give you a good idea of just what I'm talking about when I say the standard infrared night sight. Just gotta wait for it to load, and then I'll actually explain the system, because this system is super interesting. Ooh, I just thought of something actually that would be really cool. So a lot of the stuff we've been talking about with like Blaze and Samar about what all is going to be in the update, we've been very fixated on like new vehicles and such. I'm wondering if we're going to see updates to like campaign or crew though. That would be even more interesting. If this update implements the beginning of detailed crew, that would be insane. But anyways, so this is the standard sort of infrared sight on the Martyr, right? You've got the infrared searchlight, and the whole thing is pretty dim and pretty hard to use without the searchlight. It's doable, but it's made to be used with the searchlight. Just to put it bluntly, it's made to be used with the searchlight. Like, if you're using it without the searchlight, you're not quite doing it right. You're not getting the full benefit of the infrared sight. But putting that aside for a moment, what I want to, the reason I bring this up is just to show you what this looks like. So the thermal pointer system takes this sight, and then on top of that, you have a thermal camera that's very low resolution and very low refresh rate. And if you're looking over at something, hotspots from, you know, that camera, hotspots on that camera will be projected over your sight. So you see that vehicle over there? Imagine that vehicle has a grid of orange dots that basically flash over it. That's what the thermal pointer looks like. So, because that's a BMP over there, right? That BMP would show up just like this, but then there would be a sort of a pulsing grid of orange dots over it. That's how it's going to work in the next update, anyways, from what they've been showing of the teaser. Basically, the closest thing I can compare it to is it feels like the threat scope from Titanfall, which I know is a very strange comparison for people who are not familiar with Titanfall. But from what they've shown of it, that's how it looks. That is exactly what it looks like. It looks like the threat scope from Titanfall 2. I don't know if Titanfall 1 had it, because I never actually got to play Titanfall 1. But I know TF2 had it, and it was a pretty popular weapon attachment because, well, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It highlights threats and outlines them so that they're easier to see. I'm guessing that the thermal pointer... So the thermal pointer is going to be a lot less precise than that. Rather than specifically highlighting stuff that's going to be threats, it's highlighting hotspots. So you are going to have potential for false positives, which is going to be an issue if you're in an area that has a lot of burning vehicles, particularly. But the other thing that's coming with that, an accompaniment, is that thermal sights, at the very least, are also going to be able to... Yeah, that's going to be toggled on and off. That's going to be able to be toggled on and off. And to go with that, You're gonna have the ability to toggle the thermal pointer on and off, and you're gonna have the ability to, on true thermal sights, toggle between white hot and black hot, which black hot on the Bradley looks strange. If you've never seen it, black hot on the Bradley looks strange. It's just straight up, I was thinking, the Bradley's thermal sight, it's already kind of this, but black hot makes it even worse. I kind of refer to it sometimes as Virtual Boy mode, just because of the fact that it's a monochrome red display, and black hot makes that effect even worse. With the black on the black hot setting, it really looks like the red monochrome display of the Virtual Boy, and I could see that being the kind of thing that would honestly kind of fuck with you in terms of your eyes, in terms of how your eyes react to it. Oh, I just thought of something else that might show up as well, because it wasn't meant to be in the update that added the Martyr, but I'm wondering if we're going to get infantry controls. So if you're playing as a troop carrier like a Martyr, a Bradley, a BMP, or a BTR, are we gonna finally be able to deploy infantry and recall infantry at will, so that we actually are able to give them orders and such? That would actually be a really cool addition on this update. I don't know how well that's gonna work, because that might have been an idea they had and that they scrapped for whatever reason, but it would be really cool if the next update actually implements that. If the next update actually implements infantry orders, that would be really cool. Again, no idea what's going to be on the update because I'm not a dev, but I am just kind of, I am kind of wondering now. It's like, oh, what are they cooking? There we go, one down. I am legitimately wondering, what are they going to be cooking for this next update? Because it can't just be the Martyr A1 Plus. The Martyr A1 Plus is cool, but it can't just be, oh, we added a variant of a vehicle that we added in the last update. I'm legitimately wondering, what else could there be? What else could there be? I said, the other thing that comes to mind for me is
Panzergranate, Schützenpanzer, erkannt, Schuss, Achtung, zu hoch, dasselbe Ziel, Feuer einstellen.
Okay, should be one last target left. Is it going to be a tank or a BMP? Now that's the real question. Okay, target ID. It's one more BMP. There we go. And that's the last of the targets there. But yeah, no, this is, I was just using this to show off the Martyr itself. Show off the Martyr so we can talk about how the system on that's going to end up working. But now that we know this, now that we know the Martyr A1 Plus is coming, now we know the Martyr A1 Plus is coming, there's got to be more, though. There's got to be something else that is going to be real interesting to see. Something like I said, a Martyr A1, the Martyr A1 Plus, the Spähpanzer Lux would be really cool. The Leopard 2 I know is not coming because Leopard 2 is most likely going to be around September. But I'm wondering what else could be between now and September. Now that's the real question, you know what I'm saying? That's the real question. Spoiling attack Falcon, defend position Dolphin, defend position Tiger. You are guarding the right flank of the battalion. Enemy armor is expected to attack through your position in order to break into our rear area. You are to prevent the enemy from breaking through your position. Due to communication disruptions and recon unit losses, intelligence on the composition of the enemy threat is unavailable. Our forces are well reinforced. Our first line units are fully intact. Intel suggests enemy forces have maintained decent readiness despite combat losses. Tiger, 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 uppercut! Oh, let's see though. We've got M1s and Bradleys. I'm wondering if the M1, if which ones are, what's going to be under our control as the main unit. Ooh, that's the real question. Because we are mostly doing a flank screen here, and that raises the question of, like I said, what's the composition on this going to be like? Okay, so we do have the M1s. I'm wondering, so we've got the M1s, which means we also likely have the Bradleys on side as well. So let's see here. Loader ready, Sabo index. Let's see. Friendly positions are there. Fallback positions are there. Destroy enemy attack. Coming over, and let's start scanning for anything that looks suspicious. Oh, we've got contact. Positions are to the northeast. Sabo tank ID. Okay, is that gonna be it? Yep. Okay, next target. What do we got? More inbounds. Oh boy, what do we got? Looks like we got movement over there. That one's already burning. Engage. Boom! Ooh, that one went up pretty. That one went up real pretty. Bonk. Commander, where is it? Oh, wait, got him. I am looking forward to what this would be like with multi-crew. Imagine this is like multi-crew where you've got PC down and forward. Multiple enemy PC. Can't see shit through the smoke. Okay, we're gonna have to advance up, so let's keep an eye out for any berms that we can use as a fighting position. This one looks pretty good. Let's try and use it as an FP. Platoon formation line. Contact. Let's see, what were last known positions? Roughly here, so let's do fixed wing casts there, and that should be able to hassle anything that decides it wants to come after us. 3 platoon does not report further contact. 2nd platoon has taken losses. Nothing there. Those have all been dealt with. Move up to that next berm. I am seeing fire tracers to front right sector. Most likely those BRDMs that we missed earlier. So we're going to move up to this berm over here. We're going to use this. I was right. BTR's out front. Already? Wow, that counts as destroying the attack? That was quick. Oh, I guess it's just, yeah, no, the M1's just kind of a monster, especially when you don't have to deal with T-80s. Oh, are these IPs? No, they're not IPs. This is just the basic model M1. Color me shocked. With how well we did there, I thought this would have been IPs considering the amount of damage we inflicted on them. Let's see what we got here then. So... first shot, yep, T-64As. One right through the turret. One right through the hull. Yep, that was the T-64 firing on the 113 we lost. M1 through the turret. Oh my god, 833 just... oh no, he took a toe to the face. Oh, that's even more insulting because it's not even an I-toe. It's the A model toe, and that went right through. Where did that... oh, it hit the... Oh, it hit right above the driver's hole. Okay, so this is a well-known weakness on the T-64. This is a well-known weakness on the T-64 that the driver's hole, the arbor there is thinner. In fact, there was a tank, it was actually a prototype tank designed to address this specific weakness. The Object 187 was going to address this specific weakness. However, by the time it was in development, that's when the Soviet Union collapsed. And the only thing that got taken from it was the turret, which is that's the turret on the T-90. Let's see what else we got here. That was one of my shots. Went into, basically bounced off the front side hull. Took another shot. What did that hit? Oh, that went right into the powertrain. Did that also set off into the ammo? Let's see. Doesn't look like it actually counts as having hit any of the propellant casing, so probably not. That one did. That one definitely did. Yeah, that's just, you just stop existing at that point. Yep, that one too. Oh god, that one hit HE rounds actually. That's even worse. Just notice that, yep, that one went right into the propellant charges, so that's probably why that one went up real pretty. Into the turret, but actually got stopped. What was the distance on that? 1800 was 1600. That's actually kind of surprising to see that T-64 turret managed to stop 833. Guess the distance involved there was just so favorable too. Oh no, remember what I said before about toes going through the front of the T-64? Last one I saw, I thought it was just because it hit the driver's hole where the armor's thinner. No, the toe can just go right through the front of a T-64 apparently. Okay, that's worth noting. That is worth noting. Oof. Oof. Yeah, that tank stopped existing. So did that one. What was this? 833 into the turret. Looks like it knocked out gun breach. Doesn't really seem to have done any other substantial damage. That was me firing at the BTR. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's a real nasty hit to take. And then that one basically grazed the engine. Okay. So let's see what we've got next then. What have we got next? So that was the first. That was actually a really good start though. That was a really good start. I really do hope we get to see like some more of these areas in the future. Fulda, Erfurt, Erfurt and Frankfurt, because obviously currently the campaign is kind of constrained to this box around Fulda and the river area. I'm really hoping we get to see something around Frankfurt and Erfurt as well, because that's going to be real interesting. Let's see. Raid Bullfrogs, rolling attack, Wolverine company attack. Ooh, let's do Raid Bullfrog. What do we got? TTSs. Your platoon's mission is to destroy enemy supply vehicles on objective Pug. Our scouts have found a temporary enemy supply point. Only light forces consisting of APCs and IFVs have been spotted. Mission success is based on your ability to destroy the trucks in a timely manner after first contact, and fall back when recon reports enemy counterattack. You will have artillery on call for your needs. Our scouts were forced to withdraw before determining the size and composition of the enemy threat. Intel suggests enemy is struggling to recover from recent losses. So, no idea what the threat on this is gonna be, but we are going in. We are going in with the TTSs. I love the TTS. Like, yeah, it's not as good as the M1, because of course it's not, but I love the way it feels. I love the way it feels, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that its stabilization system is just a bit crappier. With the way it like vibrates the shit out of it when you're moving. It does something to the way it feels, and I really like it. Not just the TTS for that matter, the M60s in general, it's just the TTS is the nicest of the M60s. Oh, kind of makes me want to do this. Kind of makes me want to do this. Is the thing that goes with it. Eyes, it's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, but it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus never ends, and works his way inside. If the pain is on, Marines 85. Fucking dumbass, stupid ass moto video time. That's always the feeling I get whenever I'm doing this shit. It's like, that's always the feeling I get with the GTS. That is it in a nutshell. I think that's why I like it. Is I always just feel like, just like goofy ass moto videos. Like, it gives me the vibe of like goofy ass moto videos from like the early 2000s. For whatever reason, there's something about it that does. Contact, okay, what have we got? PC up front. Re-engaging. Gotta remember. There we go. I put my fingers into my eyes. It's the other thing that slowly stabs the egg. But it's made of all the things I... Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself there. I'm like legitimately really getting ahead of myself there. Get back together, separate the skin from bone, leave me all to pieces. You can't leave me alone. Tell me the reality better than the dream. But I found out the hard way. Nothing is what it seems. My fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing slowly stabs the egg. But it's made of all things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. Okay, looks like that one's bail out. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Go, 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 go. Is the AT position still active? Looks like it. Remember, if it even looks like it might still be alive, it eats heat rounds. Like, if it looks at all suspicious, put a heat round in it. You got plenty of ammo. You can afford ammo much more easily than you can to afford a new tank. You can afford a new tank, so keep that in mind. Looks like that AT position is still active. So where was that? There, artillery on position. It's the other thing that slowly stabs the egg. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it. Keep scanning up as we move. Make sure we are going towards objective plug. Still good. Make sure we didn't get sidetracked there. Still don't know whether or not that AT position is active. Should be down now that we've got artillery on it, but better safe than sorry. If I see anything that looks like a flash, eats heat. Every single time. It looks suspicious, it gets a heat round. That's just the rules. I didn't come up with them, that's just how it is. Eyes up for anything that looks like it might be our objective now that we are closing on Pug. Okay, truck positions are verified. Oh shit, that's a tank! Woo! Okay, that ought to take care of the... No, that did not take care of the tank problem! What was that? Looked like it might have been a T-72. I'm gonna move up, attempt to re-engage. The trucks are not the priority right now. vengeance.
Target! Next target! Forward! Next target! Next target! Cover heat beast on the way! Left! Target! Next target! Cover heat beast on the way! Next target! Cover!
Shit. What got the last one? That's the real question, is what got the last one, I wonder. What was that last one? Did we never actually fully... How many times did we hit that T-64? How many times did we hit that T-64? I swear to God. Swear to God, that thing was just not dying. Whatever reason, this thing just refused to die. How did that not completely disable their gun? That went right into the gun breach. Was there another one somewhere? Was that another T-64 around here? That's the only way that makes sense. The only way that makes sense is if there was a second T-64 in the area. If there was, then okay, I get it. But unless there's a second T-64 in the area, there's no way in hell. There is no way in hell they should have been able to re-engage after losing their gun breach. Okay, that's the truck convoy. That's the BTRs. Oh my God, they just had a fucking War Thunder crew. That's what it was. This T-64 literally just has a War Thunder crew, I guess. Because that gun breach, that should have just knocked out their gun breach. They should not have been able to engage after that. Okay. So, that's fun. That's real fun. Let's see where that puts us, though. Where does that put us is the real question. We've taken some light losses. Let's try that again. Seem to appear to have been recently bolstered with fresh equipment and munitions. Defend position Dolphin. Looks like this will be NVA. We have TTSs, Bradleys, 113s, and TOWs. Your mission is to prevent the capture of the friendly position. The enemy is expected to attack down 2 possible axes. You are to position yourself to defend the friendly position against an attack from either axis. Due to communication disruptions and recon unit losses, intelligence on the composition of the enemy threat is unavailable. So we don't know what's going to be at Dolphin. We don't know what's going to be at Tiger. Either one is basically going to be the same. We already know what Bullfrog is going to be. Your mission is to fight through the enemy screen until you hit stiff resistance. You are to then fall back to complete the mission. So this is actually a scout run. Let's see what we got here. Bradleys and 113s. This will be interesting. I've not actually done a Bradley mission in the campaign, so this will be neat actually. Let's see how this one goes for us, shall we? Let's see how this goes. See if it's going to be any different, or if we're just going to find ourselves in the same situation as before. That's the $1 million question. That's the real $1 million question. Put the thermals on so that we have that ready to go. Platoon formation wedge. No, formation wedge. We need to go along the waypoints until we encounter sufficiently stiff resistance, then draw back. Do we have any fire support on call? Yes, we do. So let's get some let's get some fixed wing casts in that zone. See if we can soften them up on the way while we're on our way. Okay, PC identified. Shit! Was that artillery on us just now? Had to have been. That had to have been artillery on our position. Jesus Christ, first platoon is just gone. Was that artillery or air? Like, actually, what was that? Came out of fucking nowhere. Oh shit, that actually might have been, nope, that's our air, okay. Most likely culprit on that was artillery. That's just bad luck is what that is. That is just bad luck. I mean, there's no way we're gonna be able to avoid that. Cause it just comes out of the sky and says, nope, today is not your day, die. That was just snow. It also tells us we should probably actually get onto the road. Because the snow's probably not going to be as thick if we follow the road. I might actually be the other way around, but that's going to be a guess. That way we shorten their sight lines, they won't be able to vector shit on, they won't be able to call things onto us. Hopefully that'll increase our time, our survival time. Well, that was an unpleasant experience for sure. Oh, hi, Brittle Windmill. Go fuck yourself, bot. Oh, and so goes another one. Rip Bozo. Rip Bozo. Nice try. Don't play again. Working our way up now. Let's see what we got. We are coming up onto the road, but it's still off to our left. This will put us on it, though. Once we get through here, yep, now we're on the road. Okay, it's probably what we should have done to begin with. Did that get him? Okay, I think that finally got him. Holy shit. Actually kind of a terrifying moment there. Actually kind of a terrifying moment there. Just come down that road, immediately get hit. Gunner is wounded but still active, so that's good.
On the way!
Shit, we are out of... Okay. Restock APDS. Eyes up, see if we spot anything else while we're here. I do not want any further nasty surprises. Also, artillery on enemy mechanized section position. I don't know what else is going to be there, but whatever the hell is there, I want to make sure it's hurting by the time we get there. Put some on WP2 while we're at it as well, just to be safe. We've got 25 seconds until we're ready to move again. Where is 2? 2's coming up? Okay, good. We'll bring them up alongside platoon lead. That way we'll have the 2 vehicles together. That'll give us a better chance of survival. That early encounter with artillery, I'm guessing that was artillery. I don't know what that was. Shit came out of nowhere. That was scary. Okay. APDS is restocked. Let's start moving up again. Our own artillery is also servicing targets, so we should have a little bit better of a time now. Keep a scan up just in case. I don't want any surprises.
On the way. Start. Re-engage. Target. Ceasefire.
Whoo! Whoo! Where did that come from? Got it. I don't know what the hell that was. So we're just gonna fire both at it just in case. That was an ATGM for sure, but I don't know what fired it. And that's what's got me nervous now. I don't know if that was an AT position. Nope, I see what it is. BMP. Oh boy. Okay. Should be everything now. Let's see. Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Let's see what else we might run into here. That's gonna be the real question. Multiple BMPs. Looks like they were BMP2s as well. Thank God I caught those early. Trying to run up this hill with those firing down, those bearing down on us would have been a nightmare. It was bad enough they were already engaging us with their missiles. They also they were also able to get their guns in on it. That would have been terror. That would have been actual terror. Tells me is this is probably when we should start moving more back to the fallback position. We've made it up towards this enemy mechanized section, and I would say we should not push our luck. We see something that looks like it's possibly still a problem, engage it of course, but now we are heading back. We are headed back at best at full speed. We are just gone now. Okay. Because that encounter with the BMPs, I don't know if it was just, I don't know if there was another, also an AT position there, but the encounter with the BMPs, that was bad enough. Anything else that might be over there, we're gonna smoke it up just so that while we're pulling away, it won't be able, hopefully it won't be able to engage us. Oh, that went quite poorly. It's just a BTR. So I think we've basically gotten through the real scary shit now. That was just a BTR. And we cleared the town where most of the problems, the bigger problems are. So now it's just a case of retracing our steps, heading back to the fallback point, and seeing what happens when we do. Is this gonna count? Or is it gonna be like, oh, you didn't do enough? We're gonna find out. That's for sure. Well, either way, we're gonna find out, that's for sure. Okay, watch for that tree that's in the middle of the road so that we don't get in any trouble with that. But other than that, yeah, I think we are kind of in the clear here. We're gonna find out for sure one way or the other. Find out for sure one way or the other, and then we'll see where that leaves us. Point is, though, most important point is that we somehow managed to technically survive, I guess. I don't know what the hell that was that happened early on. Aside from that, it was bad. But we'll see if this counts, I guess. So, returning to the fallback position, and let's see what happens when we get there. That's always one of those things I always try to remember. It's like, is the Bradley one of those vehicles where the gun actually has a really long recoil stroke right now? It's not. The gun just has like a little back. Some of them, I always remember, like some of the IFV guns, they actually have like a really weirdly long recoil stroke where it looks like the gun's doing like this crazy movement as it's firing. Actually, I don't know if there's any of the IFV guns. I remember there's some autocannons that do, but I forget what the mounts for those are actually. I know the Martyr doesn't do that because it's just got the crazy fire rate that wouldn't let you do that to begin with. But I'm trying to think what else kind of falls into this category of, is there anything else that's like a notable, what is it that I'm thinking of basically? Is like a notable autocannon mount that has a crazy long recoil stroke. There's one that I know for sure does, at least one that I've seen for sure does. I don't remember what it is the problem, but that's the thing I remember it from. I remember it distinctly from its crazy long recoil stroke. Oh, you know what? Okay, that was a BMP with its missile. Okay, I was wondering what the hell got us there at the beginning. It wasn't artillery. It was a BMP firing its missile. Okay. And then we engage that BMP. We engage the BTR. Yep, that was the BMP engaging us with missiles. Okay. That explains a lot. I thought that might have been artillery. No. It's those damn BMPs. Which is why, once we saw they were a thing, it was like, yeah, no, those die immediately. Those die immediately. I don't know what the hell else is even out here. Oh, there was a stationary AT position. Okay, there was actually an AT position. That also explains a lot. So we engage the next BMP. Engage that BTR. I don't even know how that mission is going to be counted. Probably as a failure, all things considered, but there's only one way to find out for sure. But that was definitely an experience.
Today, we're going to talk about...
Oh, wait, no, I don't know why I posted that. I don't know why I opened that here. Like, that's not actually something I wanted to see here. Okay, never mind. So, but yeah, no, now at least we know. Oh, wait, shit, did the game crash? Oh, yo, the game crashed. Okay, I'll take this as an excuse to be right back. I'm gonna go grab something, and then we'll get back into the campaign. See y'all in a few. Okay, we're back. So, game crashed. I don't know what that's gonna do with the campaign. I mean, that last encounter with the BMPs was just bad. That's the main thing. That encounter with the BMPs was just bad. So that's really what that boils down to. It's like, that was a bad encounter. Oh, ad break in 5. Okay. Company attack Komodo Dragon. Spoiling attack Falcon. Raid Kingfisher. Let's see here. What do we got? Your mission is to raid an enemy supply unit's assembly area. Our recon has spotted an assembly area for a convoy of supply trucks. There is a light enemy screen defending the supply trucks. You will destroy the enemy screen and their supply trucks, and then fall back to the rally point when our recon reports that the enemy is sending a reaction force. Due to communication disruptions and recon unit losses, intelligence on the composition of the enemy threat is unavailable. It's going to be NVA though, so threats should be semi-limited. That's the main thing. We aren't going to be really dealing with much that's going to be hugely troublesome. So no T-80s, maybe T-72s, but I doubt it. No T-64Bs. Like I said, nothing that's going to be like a huge problem. Possibly T-55s, possibly T-72s. Most likely it's just going to be BTRs, maybe BMPs. But we'll see what they throw at us.
Table loaded. Unit ready. Table index.
Contact report is out front. Objective is Labrador. We're going to use this trail through these trees to try and get ourselves into a fire point. That'll get us into a position where we can engage their screening force and then go from there. Set heat as next round because most likely engagement will be PCs. Like I said, most likely BTRs or BRDMs, maybe BMPs. Eyes up, remember, we don't have thermals this time around. And I don't even know if we have... Oh, these are Rise passives. Okay. I don't even know if we have passive night vision. We do. But we're not going to need it because it's daylight. Platoon, formation, echelon left. Give them a chance to catch up before we continue moving on to position. So, how many of us? There's 4. 2 is already caught up. 3 and 4 are moving along, and they will be here soon-ish. Let's see. So that gives... All right. 3 and 4 are here. Let's get back moving again. Oh, 3's caught on a tree. Let me catch that. Okay, back to platoon lead. I said this is the main reason I'm looking forward to multiplayer. Is like I said, just having somebody who will be able to wrangle allied tanks and allied units whenever you're in one of those spots where somebody gets stuck on a tree or some other kind of terrain feature. Being able to manage the platoon more efficiently is going to be really helpful. Like, really, really helpful. Let's see. So, contact report will be through this way, and this trail line will give us a better fire position on Labrador. So, platoon, back to column. And we're going to keep heading down this road. Once we are in more open terrain, we'll commit to a wider formation so we have more guns on target. I was gonna say, that looked very suspicious there. I don't know what that actually is, but it looked very suspicious for a moment. Oh, let's see here. Hold, scan right. Okay, looks like that area should be clear. Keep an eye out though, just in case. No, we're good. Okay. Moving along. If there's gonna be anything, it's gonna be front, it's gonna be to our right as we come along this way. Doesn't seem like it, though.
Truck. Traverse left. Next target.
Okay.
Gunner, coax, truck. Identified.
Truck's identified. Bring up the 50.
On the way. Target. Next target.
Start engaging.
Coax, truck. Re-engage. Downfall. Re-engage. Downfall. Re-engage. Downfall. Re-engage.
If it's not burning, it's not dead.
Next target. Gunner, coax, truck. Target locked.
What are they engaging? Looks like trucks out front as well. Yep, okay.
Gunner, coax, truck. Target locked.
Come on, reload, reload, reload. Break contact, RP, okay. We are heading east from here. Smoke on enemy retaliation as well. That should keep us in the clear. Only one tank left, but that one might be immobilized. So we are going to... Nope, they're still with us. Okay, good. Should be clear to make a retreat via the tree line, then head north at the next road crossing. Okay. Eyes up for any nasty surprises that might come our way while we're heading through, though. Doesn't seem like much of anything. Good. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. No new contact. Good. We should be in the clear now. Get to this next road crossing and then hop over towards the northbound road. At the next intersection, that'll get us the hell out of here. Ooh, is that a paved road? Oh, wait, no, it's just another. No, it's paved. Okay, good. So we should be able to make better speed here. Eyes out though, because I don't know if they're going to be able to engage us from that open valley there. Doesn't seem like there's anything in the area, so unlikely. All right, we're still good to go then. Head down this way. And then keep an eye out there. I don't know what's going to be out there, but I don't want it to surprise me if there's anything. Seems like we're in the clear though, so... Yeah, we're good. Okay. Up this way. Let's see what we've got. Okay, 2 tanks made it out though. That's good. Less than I would like, but more than I was expecting, considering that artillery fire we got. That artillery fire we came under as we were leaving. So I'm not gonna complain too much. Whew. Okay. We are in the clear now. Let's see. Bring in small caliber and you'll really start to see, yep, nope. Yep, there was a T-72 in the area. That must have been the response force that came in. So let's see. Yep. Engage the trucks. Looks like we got most of them. Again, don't know how that's... probably is going to be counted as a failure because, oh, you didn't get every single truck. Frankly, that did break up the convoy and kind of ruin their supplies. So we'll see if that counts or not. Probably not, though. Where's that put us then? Actually done a pretty good job of keeping their supplies down, though. Raid Praying Mantis, Raid Bullfrog, Raid Kingfisher. Company attack Komodo Dragon. The company's mission is to take Objective Canary. Your mission is to support right side of the company's movement. 2nd Platoon's tanks will escort 4th Platoon's APCs to attack Objective Canary. Due to communication disruptions, we don't know what the hell's out there. And we've done a pretty good job of breaking down their readiness whilst maintaining our own. So let's see what we have got here. Wait, is this the mission where we ran into the ATGM position that was just wall hacking through a hill? I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to think this is where we ran into the ATGM position that was just wall hacking at us through a hill that one time, which was the most bullshit thing, by the way. Actually, the most bullshit thing once we ran into that. Just disgusting. Utterly disgusting that was even a thing that could happen. Ugh. Ugh. Did not enjoy that. I really don't want to run into that again. So, 1st Platoon, waypoint 1. We've got thermals. Okay, good. This is the TTS, which is kind of the next thing I was wondering. Like, is this the TTS or is this the Rise? It's the TTS. Good. Because if you got us in the daylight, I really, really like having thermals. Let's see. Artillery is available, but there's likely going to be pre-planned artillery as well. So let's get to waypoint 1 and see where things go from there. We've also got target 201, target 202. Seems like our location is mostly clear for now, but that town is likely going to have contact in it. So let's move up to that berm and use that as our first fire position. Yep, okay. Suppression mission target 203, which is Objective Bean. Hold here for a moment. Yep, we've got definite contact right.
Gunner Sabo PC! Reverse left, on! Identified! Target! Next target! Gunner EPC! Identified!
Oh boy. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Multiple PCs?
Identified! On the way! Target!
Okay, that should be all. Nope, that's not. That one didn't get. That one didn't take it out.
On the way!
Has to be re-engaged.
Target! Take fire!
Okay, 2nd Platoon is in position covering from waypoint 1. Let's get moving. So waypoint 2 will be up along this way. Hostile contact will likely be from the direction of Objective Canary for now, but we'll see. Suppression is still going on to Objective Bean. Contact near target 201. Can we see them from here? Uncertain. Okay, we know where their relative position is now, though, so take a moment, scan here. No angle here, so we're gonna have to move up to that tree line, see if we can get we can get a shot from there. A lot of movement behind Objective Canary. I'm seeing positions where they might be. So 2nd Platoon's got a lot of movement behind Objective Canary. Let's start putting fire on those zones. On-call artillery engaging that position. 2nd Platoon is still in pretty decent shape. So let's identify 2nd Platoon's position. Go from there. Friendlies have identified hostiles in this direction.
Reverse right!
Okay, PC's verified.
On! Identified! On the way!
them.
Fire.
Yeah, those are still BMPs. Okay. That's still light armor. No tanks in the area yet. First platoon. The second platoon is moving up. We have tanks on our left. Tanks on left. Tanks at objective Bean. Can we see anything from here? Not really. We're gonna have to go up to waypoint 3 in order to engage, or at least up towards it. But it seems like second platoon is in position to cover us, which will make that easier.
Gunner, heat tank.
Okay, positive ID on hostile heavy armor.
George, re-engage. Target, cease fire.
Okay, that one's down. Any further signs of activity? Fire from that direction. Got him.
Gunner,
Okay.
save okay.
Enemy tank is still alive.
Over.
That is a very deflated position.
Re-engage. On the way.
Shit. Lays the hill.
On the way. Re-engage.
Did that get him? Looks like it did. Okay. Whew. I will take that. Yep. I was right. Yep. BMP1, 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 BMP1. Lots of BMPs. Looks like I was actually able to get some hits on the C-72s. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one right there. And last one was on the other T-72. So it looks like we actually were able to get those shots off onto the heavy armor. Ugh. That push from Bean could have been a nightmare if I wasn't actually if I was in a worse position. Because if the T-72s have been able to come over the hill and engage us, that could have gone very different. T-72s are a tough nut to crack, and against and in M60s, that could be even worse. Company attack Crocodile, recon enforce Eagle, defend area Shark. Company attack Crocodile. The company's mission is to take objective Box. You are first platoon. Your mission is to support 4th platoon's APC assault on objective Can. When objective Can is clear, you are to move with the company to clear out objective Box. Our recon reports only APC and ATGM teams are visible. It is expected that you will encounter enemy tanks and IFVs once engaged with the light forces. Pre-planned artillery will fire as you close with the objectives. On-call artillery is also available as you need it. Ooh, enemy forces have been recently bolstered with fresh equipment and munitions. So, expect problems. That's what that tells me, is expect problems. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know what kind of problems to expect. We're going to expect problems, that's for sure.
Loader ready. Sable loaded. Gunner ready.
Coming
Sable
up, let's
engaged.
see. Seize objective Can. We are... Oh no, this is the mission where the bullshit happens. I remember this mission now. Objective Can, objective Box. Yeah, this is where we ran into the wall hacking ATGM. I remember now. I definitely remember now. So objective Can is first. Artillery splashes should give us an idea of where that position is relative to our own. As we approach waypoint 1, watch that town. I've got a feeling about that town, and it's not a good one. Let's put it that way. I've got a feeling about that town. It's not a good one. There's not something I want to run into head first. Hold and cover second platoon's movement. Scan. There's going to be something out that way. I can already feel it. That looks suspicious. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's what I thought it was. Keep eyes up for movement, though. Likely going to be enemy armor in the area. So just look around, see what we spot. Artillery will probably start flushing something out. So watch where those splashes are. We'll go based off of that as well. Doesn't seem like much, though. If there's gonna be anything, it's gonna be in that direction, or... Okay, we've got contact. This might be ours, though, is the thing. No, it is not. I knew I was right to be suspicious as soon as I saw those tracers. I knew I was right to be suspicious the moment I saw those tracers.
Target! Next target! Center heat, UAV! Identified! On the way! Short! Engage! On the way! Over! Engage! On the way! Delta! Engage! Over! Engage! Engage! On the way! Short! Engage!
Ugh, these are always the problem.
Target! Deep fire!
Okay, I think we got it finally. 4th platoon's position is... Where, though? They're taking casualties. Where from? That's the real question. 4th platoon is taking casualties, but where from? Because I saw the ATGM position, but I don't see what else they might have been taking hits from. Like, what else could they be taking fire from? That's sort of the, that's the real important. That's the important question. Is what else could they be taking fire from? That's 2nd platoon, halfway to waypoint 2. Looks like that was the most likely source of contact for them. But, and oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Have to read, you know, enemy man, 200 meters, front, enemy tank, 200 meters, enemy truck, left, 400 meters. I know the exact sort of thing where it's like all choppy and shit. Is that what you're talking about, have to read? Because that shit was funny as hell. That shit was admittedly funny as hell, at least for a while. Okay, so we should be able to start moving up. It's like a really... It really was, now that you mention it. Now that you mention it, basically was like a higher quality version of the Half-Life Heku voices. You know, Heku Marin is Heku Marin, but in HD. Doesn't seem like there's anything in this angle along this path that should be able to engage 2nd platoon. Okay, now we are moving up to waypoint 2, which will put us in direct view of objective Can. Keep eyes up for anything that might be a problem as we do, though. We were able to engage that AT position early, which definitely made our lives easier, because trying to cross this with that thing still intact would have been deeply unpleasant. Okay, where is 4th Platoon at? That's the real question is, where is 4th Platoon? There shouldn't be anything in that town to worry about, I don't think. At least nothing that's left alive. There was stuff in that town, but I was actually able to engage it from waypoint 1. So it should actually be kind of alright. But objective can, that's not objective can. Objective can is a bit further up. So we're gonna want to be able to, we're gonna want to get into a better vantage point so we can actually see what's out there. Oh! See what I mean? See what I mean? I would not have caught that BTR if I hadn't decided to come up a little bit and see what was up on the way towards objective can. Friendly APCs are moving up towards objective can. That's 4th Platoon. Let's see if there's anything we can spot that's firing on them. Watch that tree line. Watch those dugout positions. If we see something suspicious, put a round into it. Them's the rules. If you see something suspicious... Hello, BTR! I will have none of that from you. There we go. That should take care of that problem. Anything else in the area that we see that could be a threat to 4th Platoon? Does not seem like it. So 4th Platoon should be clear to move up, assuming any of them are still left. Oh god, I think we might have lost all of 4th Platoon. Oh shit, I think we might have lost 4th Platoon. Yep, we lost 4th Platoon. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to do objective can ourselves then. This is gonna suck. Fine, I'll do it myself. A lot of movement behind objective box. So let's see what that way's objective box. Anything that comes up that looks suspicious. All right, let's move into the town. We're gonna definitely need to use that as a protective position with the loss of 4th Platoon. However, I think we have actually managed to clear out objective can for the most part, so it should be pretty safe. Yep, 4th Platoon has been secured. Objective can has been secured. Let's start moving towards objective box. Things are probably going to get pretty heavy once we're up there, though. So eyes up. Let's see what we've got. Nothing so far, which is good. Let's put smoke on box, and we're gonna try and use... Yep, 2nd Platoon is down. Looks like they had contact out that way. So, we're all that's left now. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be very interesting. 2nd Platoon is gone. All but one tank. That one tank is fighting like a goddamn... That one tank is fighting like a goddamn ferret in a sock, though, so hopefully that'll keep us alive long enough that we can get into a position to actually engage whatever the hell's out here. Shit! Okay, definitely armor up here.
Gunner, save okay. On the way. Re-engage. Target lost. Gunner, save okay. Evacuate.
Shit! Ugh! God damn. Let's see here. Where did it start going to shit? That's the real question. Ah, yes. The usual offender. The usual offender. These fucking things. Okay, that's when we met the BTRs. Looks like there was, in fact, still an active... Okay, that was the ATGM position that we saw earlier. It's the same ATGM position. We should have engaged it earlier is what that tells us. It's the one in the courtyard of that red building. This is the same ATGM, then yeah, this is where all our problems began. This is where all of our problems began, is this fucking thing. But, as you can see, yep, boom. BMP. That is a crazy long shot for a BMP. That is an insane shot for a BMP. They actually took that shot with their main gun at 1,600. 1,600 meters. Jesus. Fucking pro BMP player there. In order to be able to hit that. Same BTRs as before. This was the T-72s that I was just talking about. They then proceeded to engage 2nd Platoon. But 2nd Platoon wasn't really able to hold them off. Yeah, no, that went quite poorly. All around. Probably... oh, okay. That's actually interesting to know. Have to read. Getting back into Darktide. The Arbitrus class is the Arbitrator class is actually pretty fun. I won't lie. It's actually a pretty fun class. So, I've been needing. I need to get Dogtide. Exactly. It's Dogtide. Yep. And this was the damn T-72s. That is just the worst possible place to run into a T-72, is on a hill like this where it's just enough to let the T-72's depression control the slope, but and that forces you into the advance. Ugh, that sucked. That actually sucked. Ugh. Ugh. Terrible fucking engagement. Terrible fucking engagement there. Blech. Ah, you got Arbiter all ready to set to 30. Is there anything... Okay. I want to know, like, how do you have it... Oh, hey, the game crashed again. No, the game didn't crash. Okay, never mind. I was saying, the game crashed again? No, it didn't. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I was a little worried the game might have crashed again. Let's see. Recon and Force Tarantula, Raid Kingfisher, Position Tiger, Area Hawk, Company Attack Seal. The company's mission is to take the high ground above Objective Python. Your mission is to push with the company to Waypoint 2, then guard the flank of 4th Platoon from Waypoint 3 when they set up on their 3rd waypoint and engage targets at Objective Python. Enemy forces are expected on our route and in depth by Objective Anaconda. Our scouts were forced to withdraw before determining the size and composition of the enemy threat. Our forces have taken significant losses and may need to bolster with reserve equipment for the time being. Intel suggests enemy forces are showing little sign of wavering. Well, let's see if we can change that now, shall we? Let's see if we can change that now, shall we? This should hopefully be a more straightforward sort of engagement. Because it's only the 2 platoons and it's all M1, so at the very least we don't have to worry about getting this. You don't have to worry about everything being able to go through our armor. So if we do take hits, we might be able to survive a couple. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, company waypoints are in place. We split at target 301 towards objective Python. First, second platoons. Platoon formation wedge. God, I'm telling you, being able to do this with Leopard 2s is going to be fun. This is going to be fun with Leopard 2s. I can already tell from here. Where's he? Got him. Ooh! What is that, T-55? Okay, whatever it is, it's gone. Let's keep moving up. Let's keep moving up. Looks like that was 2 tank contacts there. Should be clear from that point. Kind of hard to say what those were for sure. Doesn't really matter. So, moving up to waypoint 2 now. The extra mobility of the M1 is so nice. Like, I like the M60 just because of how I like the M60, just the vibe of it. But I cannot deny being able to, the fact that the M1 just lets you schmoove is so good. It is such a good feeling just being able to schmoove like.
Identify. Relay on the way. Target. Next target. Cover. Heat. Air tank. Identify. Fire on the way. Target lost. Cover. Heat. PC. Identify. Fire on the way. Target. Re-engage.
Come on, another one, another one, another one. Is that what we're gonna get? Yep. Okay.
Re-engage.
Looks like it's just a BTR, so that shouldn't be so bad. What is the range on that? Relays, engage. That was just 14.5. We're okay. We're okay. That's either 14.5 or 30 mil. Either way, front armor's not going to be able to. Front armor's not going to be bothered by that. Eyes up for enemy AT positions, though. Those are a bigger problem. Believe me, I'm trying to. Okay, that should put us in a bit of a safer position. Let's move up towards our waypoint 3 now. Enemy PC's left side. Oh, fuck, those are BMPs. Kill them now. Not just BMP. Oh, those are 1Ps. Yeah, no, those needed to die immediately. Ugh, I hate BMP 1Ps so much. The gun on them's not the problem. The missile, though, the fact they actually have a competent missile on them, that is scary. That should take care of the enemy BMPs. That should take care of those BMPs, though. We are going to move up towards waypoint 3. but we're going to hold for a moment on this burn behind so we can restock heat, because I have a feeling we're going to need plenty of it. Don't think we're going to have an opportunity to... Get the feeling we're not going to have the luxury to wait, though. Counterattack will likely be coming from Objective Anaconda. So this burn will still be useful to us. Yep, okay, definite contact near Objective Anaconda. Looks like APCs in zone. So artillery on their path. Scan. Okay, we've got movement up front. Definitely something coming from Anaconda, though. I was right about that part. Don't know how much else is out here. But let's see. We've got tanks on the right. Tanks to the right. Can we reach a position to engage them? Looks like they are far side of the tree line, but not unreachable. Let's see. Status on 4th platoon. They're still alive. Where are they? They're moving up there. We're gonna have to catch. We're gonna have to save 2nd platoon.
Heat tank. Identify. Target. Re-engage. On the way. Target.
Okay, that got him. Okay, now we can go back support 4th platoon. What's status on 4th platoon? They have lost 2 vehicles. Other 2 are still up, though. We might be able to save them at this location. So they're coming up towards Objective Python. We're going to use this high ground, see if we can spot what's engaging them. Worst case scenario, it's another one of those damn AT positions. Those things are a nuisance. Those things are an absolute nuisance to deal with. Contact reports. Right front, right front, right front. Oh! Okay, good. Oh shit, that is a lot of them. It's all T-72s though, so we are in a position of advantage. Let's run that. Was that our last Sable? Yes, it was. Okay. Come on. Oh, those are the moments right there. Those are the moments right there. First shot, T-72, direct front into the crew compartment. Oh, I miss having 833. I miss having 833 so badly. Otherwise, though, seems like we did all right there. Yeah, we saw those 1Ps and just immediately light them the fuck up. SPW-60Bs. Oh, these are T-72Ms. No wonder we were able to go through that so easily. That was lucky. That was lucky right there is what that was. The fact that only hit the side hull ammo rack and didn't really do much beside that, that is incredibly lucky. They actually fired an HE shell at us. Oh, that's kind of sad, actually. That's kind of sad, actually. They actually fired an HE shell at us. Oh, that's kind of depressing, actually. Now I'm looking at that. That's the kind of thing where you're just like, wait, what? They actually tried that? No, more like I had enough of their shit have to read. That one was one of those cases where I had enough of their shit. I was like, yeah, no, you know what? You've just pissed that, like, that literally just pisses me. That's the kind of thing where it's like, you're just going to piss them off. Let's see what we got here. Position Orca, Raid Bullfrog, Position Dolphin, Spoiling Attack Falcon, Spoiling Attack Falcon. Your platoon's mission is to destroy enemy screening forces before they can give a report on your position. You are then to disrupt enemy forces on target 503. Our recon has spotted an enemy armor company of 9 to 12 vehicles forming for an attack there. Recon reports screening forces are likely APCs. The pre-planned artillery is waiting on your initiation of contact with the main enemy force. The attack will be a success if you destroy even a small number of vehicles from this attack force. It will be a loss if you lose more than half of your force. Size is unknown, but we do have composition. Looks like enemy forces are equipped with T-64As, BMP-1s, and BTR-70s. Armor will take priority. Trucks are a problem, but they are the lowest priority here. And hey there, Samar, how are you doing? How are you doing? Actually, you should have been here earlier. I was talking about what might be in the next update alongside, well, we finally took our first losses recently. We took our first losses tonight. We got that one mission with the M60s where you have to assault the two towns with the parallel set of waypoints. You know, objective can, objective box. And an ATGM position just ruined our day. It absolutely ruined our day. Other than that, though, that was like our first losses there. But along with that, like I said, I've just been trying to think, what else do you think they might be cooking with the next update? Because obviously they've shown the Marder A1 Plus. I had a thought actually on that. So when the Marder first got added, there was the infantry orders that were not supposed to be in the update, right? I'm wondering if those are actually going to ever be implemented, actually, and if so,
Target lost. Gunner, stable, PC. Identified. Target. Re-engage.
actually, I'm wondering if this will be able to go through the side of the BTR. It does, okay. Oh, but they got our left track, seriously? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it might actually be, is infantry commands like I was saying for APCs and such. Assembly area will be in this direction along this road. We've broken through the scout screen, which is important. Let's see what's going to be waiting for us. The enemy knows something is up. Oh, fuck. You know what? Let's give him a nasty surprise then. The fact that we're in M60, you're in M60s for this, is part of what makes it so much trouble. Because you're so much slower, if you mess up navigating, that's when you get in trouble. Like what's happened to me right now. This would be a perfect mission for Leopards, actually. This would actually be, unironically, a perfect mission for the Leopard. Just because you don't have to worry about... That way, you don't have to worry so much about the fact that you're so slow.
Gunner, payload, tank, on. Identified. Fire. On the way.
Bonk!
Re-engage.
Come on, die already!
Fire.
Oh, okay, we got those. Good, 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 good. This is still workable. And that's what matters. This is still workable.
Gunner, payload, tank. Reverse flip on. Identified. Fire. Re-engage. Kill that fucker.
Shit, shit, shit. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
Tank, reverse left. Gunner, payload, tank, on. Identified. On the way. Target. Next target.
Well, there's gonna be a problem with that. Let's see, all we gotta do now is reach the rally point. Let's see if getting the 113 over there counts. If it counts, I'll take it. I have a feeling it's not going to, but we're gonna find out for sure. Smoke to cover our ass as we leave. Let's see if bringing the Scout 113, Scout ABC counts. If it does, that will be so fucking lucky. That will be so lucky if bringing the Scout ABC counts. Because everything else is immobilized. They can't move, so that's not gonna work. Well, only one. Like I said, Only way we're gonna know is by actually reaching the rally point with the APC. If this doesn't count, well then shit. But let's see then. Okay, that counted. That counted. I'll take it. Oh, M11, BTR, T64. Wow, that was an unlucky. That was a very unlucky hit. Oh, if we had 833, this would have been so easy. 774 managed to get through, but it's so much less reliable. Ugh. Ugh. Let's see here. What's this? Yeah. You have an idea for the RTS mode. What if you have the 2 layers of AI? One for controlling individual units and another one that plays the game like an RTS. And you had both sides. Yeah, I know. I get exactly what you mean, Robin. So I have mentioned before the dynamic campaign for the Falcon series, right? I've mentioned the dynamic campaign for Falcon 4.0. That's exactly how Falcon 4.0's dynamic campaign works. The various units that are going off on the various aircraft and ground units that are sortying are being controlled by a sort of global AI that's basically playing an RTS. And then you're stepping into that. You're stepping into an RTS as an aircraft, as a pilot in a flight sim. So it actually is a really good way of making a campaign that feels dynamic and lively. Is looking at the campaign from the angle of an RTS. This is something that's been done before and it works really well. Raid Bullfrog, Recon Enforced Tarantula, Spoiling Attack Falcon, Defend Area Shark. Your mission is to destroy an enemy armored company. The enemy company? Yeah, that's basically how Falcon 4.0's campaign works. Your mission is to destroy an enemy armored company. The enemy company is expected to attack down 2 possible axes. You are to move to and defend one of these axes or sit in reserve and wait for reports on what axis the enemy has chosen. Our scouts were forced to withdraw before determining the size and composition of the enemy threat. Okay, good. We at least have M1s to work with here, so that's really nice. I don't know how the rest of this is going to end up going, but that is always very nice to see that we have M1s available for this. We've also got Bradleys, which is, again, something I will take. Our forces are well reinforced and first-line units are fully intact. So we oh god, we might actually have 833 for this. Oh shit, we might actually have 833 for this. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. 833 real? M833 real? We're gonna find out, that's for sure. I have heated their, yeah, because I heated their gunner's PC. I love the part where he said gunner heat PC and then heated all over the place. At some point, probably, yeah. So we are first platoon, which means we need to go this way. At some point, probably, yeah, no, just to see how it feels different. What I'm one thing I am a little disappointed about, and a lot of this I know, actually, no, I'm not saying disappointed. It's not really disappointed. One thing I would really hope for, though, is now that the updates have added Bundeswehr, I would have really hoped that some of the missions in the campaign would have used Leopards, but the fact that it's all just US and only Pact has their German units is a little sad. I would kind of have hoped that there would have been at least a slight update to add the Leopards to add Leopards to the campaign. That road will let us cross over if we need to. So we'll hold here at this crossing, and this will put us in better position to engage whenever we finally know. Second platoon has made contact. Okay. Those are enemy scouts. That's not the main thrust of the attack, but we are going to put ourselves in position just in case. Enemy attack is on Axis 1. Okay. So, we need to go this way, actually. Let's see, main forces are coming down this way. Looks like armor is already on the move. Imagine their T-34-85s. Oh, God. Actually using T-34-85s in the campaign, that would be funny. Although I'd also have to wonder what the fuck you'd even be doing in that sort of scenario. Okay. Whatever the hell is out here, we can't see it from this position. So we're gonna have to move up.
Gunner, Zebo, tank!
Got him!
On! Identified! Fire! On the way! Outpost! Re-engage! Hit target! Gunner, Zebo, tank! Traverse right! On the way! Traverse
Shit,
right!
no good, no good, no good, no good. Okay, that one's been dealt with.
Identified! Fire! Over! Re-engage! Fire! Re-engage!
Ugh. Oh, that's uncomfortably close.
Target! Hit target!
That is uncomfortably close.
Traverse left! Target! Hit target! Gunner, Zebo, tank! Traverse right! On! Identified!
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Gunner, Zebo, PC! Identified! Fire! Fire heat! On the way! Target!
Oh, I just thought about another horrible thing that could be added. Imagine if they actually added MTLBs to this game. Imagine if they actually added MTLBs. And all the various ghetto modifications that have been made to the MTLB. Even if, actually not even all of it, just a few of the more notable ones.
Identified! Fire!
All the horrific things the Soviets have done with the MTLB
On the way!
over the years.
Re-engage!
Oh, there's too many to count, first of all.
Identified! On the way! Re-engage!
That's the first thing. There are too many to count. But just the thought of
On the way!
some of the various like horrific things the Soviets have done to the MTLB over the years.
On the way! Target! Next target! Hey! Traverse left! Gunner, heat, PC! Identified! Fire! Fire!
Shit, 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 shit!
Kill him!
Bring up the tanks that have good loaders still.
Gunner, EPC! Identified!
We are gonna need them. Oh, that BMP just went up pretty. That BMP just went up pretty. Just boom. That stained damn T-72. You're not leaving. You are not leaving. The ghetto Soviet Afghan trip was the T-62s and BTRs with rocket pods strapped on. That would be funny. That would be funny.
Ceasefire!
As well as some of the real, yeah, the Mad Max Urals, the gun, yes, the gun trucks. The gun trucks would be so much fun now that you mentioned it, Samar. Oh, those would be funny. But ad break is coming up, so we're gonna take this chance to get a stretch and go from there. And thank you for the follow, DD Evans. I'm sorry I missed that just now. But we're gonna take a chance, stretch, get up, and refill drinks and such. So I'll see y'all in a few. And we are back. So let's see then. That was Area Shark, which is the absolute. That was a win we needed. That was a win we needed, considering, like I said, the company attack that went so badly for us earlier. Absolutely needed that win. Otherwise, we were just going to be miserable. Absolutely miserable if we hadn't gotten that win. But so good we did. So good we did. But let's see then. Where's this going to put us next? Fulda. Back in Fulda. Spoiling attack Falcon. Recon and Force Eagle. Company attack Cheetah. Let's do Recon and Force Eagle. We know there are T-55s, BMP-1Ps, and BTR-60 PBs. Enemy forces have maintained decent readiness. The BMP-1Ps are going to be the big problem here. Thankfully, no BMP-2s. But also, we're going to have to really, really remember, use the road here. Because otherwise, they're going to have long sight lines that will absolutely get us killed. Because the road's got nice tree lines on it, and we're going to have to make use of those. You could? Actually, no. Unfortunately, Samar, there is a problem with trying to do longer road if you change out the tank. There is a problem if you try and do longer road if you change out the tank. The trigger boxes for malfunctions stop working if you do that, unfortunately. So, if anything, going to something like Arise passive would actually make longer road easier. Because your tank would stop breaking down. Just the way that the mission is set up, the customization would mess up the trigger boxes for the malfunctions. Although it would be really, if that wasn't the problem, if that wasn't the case, that would actually be a really fun mission to do with packed tanks. Swap out the T-64s for M1s, and then run that in NVA T-72s. That could actually be really fun. Now that you mention that. It is kind of a shame that that's the case, though, that customizing the mission does break the... It is kind of a shame that customizing the mission does break the thing that makes that mission interesting. Kind of ruins the gimmick. Ooh, that BMP just went up pretty. No, I can see the other one. But yeah, like imagine doing longer road with like one of the NVA T-72s, and at the end you have to deal with M1s. That would actually be scary as fuck. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, that would actually be so fucking scary. Okay, we're still good. There may be some on the left as we come up this road. Yeah, definitely running along the road is a lot better. than trying to take the direct route.
Fire!
Just in terms of survivability. In terms of just not dying, this way works out a lot better. Okay, so that was the BTR. That would have been here. That was here earlier. So that clears them out, thankfully. And then let's see. From waypoint 2 to waypoint 3, I see where we need to go. I see where we actually need to reach this time. Yeah, T-64A 1981. That, I mean, because that would be a reversal, basically. If you think about it, I don't remember what the T-64s at the end of Longer Road are. If they're B, those actually, I think those are Bs. So not quite exactly a reversal. But if they actually are Oberzet's 81s, the T-64 running Longer Road as the T-64A would be an interesting reversal of the scenario. Okay, they are a later model. That's what I was trying to remember if they were or not. It's not the hugest difference, practically speaking, between, because I think the main difference is the Oberzet's 83 gets the laser rangefinder, right? Because there's still T-64As with most of the, and well, T-64As are the same armor, and it's the same armor, same gun. I think that's the change for the 83, right? Is the 83 gets the laser rangefinder? I don't remember for sure. I know the 81 doesn't. I know for sure that the 81 doesn't, because that's what makes the 81 the 81. Is you have to deal with the coincidence rangefinder. I'm just trying to remember if the 83 changes that or not. '84 gets the laser rangefinder. Okay. So it's Oberzet's 84 that gets the laser rangefinder. I didn't know if it was 84 or 83. I just knew one of them did, and that was like the thing with it. Okay, now we just run back along the road and we are in the clear. Also, now I actually understand how this mission works, which is well, kind of nice to do. Kind of nice actually, because last time I tried doing this, it went really badly, and because of that, I didn't actually go all the way up to the limit of advance. So let's go max cruise control and let's just get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here right now. Those 64As with the TPD-K1 are an interesting topic. Oh? Oh, what about them? What about them? What about them is interesting? Because I know one of the more interesting things about the T-Series is the laser rangefinder on all of the T-64As and T-72As before they got the new fire control system the natural thing is the fact that because it was mounted as a kind of hasty retrofit, the laser rangefinder would over time get knocked out of alignment, which is why you had the little aiming circle to show where the laser rangefinder was actually pointing. I don't quite remember what the TPD-K1 is off the top of my head, unfortunately. What was this thing? Because the way they installed the sight wasn't standardized. Oh! Oh? Wait, really? Because, again, like I said, okay, now I actually remember what the TPDK-1 is. And that, like I said, it wasn't standardized. It was kind of a hasty retrofit, which is what I was saying before about the rangefinder, the laser rangefinder drifting out of alignment, thus requiring the marking circle that I believe had to be adjusted by the mechanics after doing a reference check on the laser rangefinder. Like, as the tank was, basically, as the vehicle was jostling around and rattling and shit. Oh yeah, somehow the way GHPC shows it, while others completely got rid of the second half of the site rather than bolted it over. Oh! Oh! But again, it's still reflective of the same idea that the TPDK-1 was kind of a hasty retrofit, because it was... I think they were trying to do a more modern fire control system, but they couldn't get it to work. Wasn't that what it was? Company attack Komodo Dragon, raid Praying Mantis, raid Bullfrog. Your platoon's mission is to destroy enemy supply vehicles on objective Pug. Let's see, we have definitely got... So we're definitely going to have an ATGM position emplacement there, which is going to be our biggest problem. That's going to be our biggest problem, is the ATGM emplacement. As soon as we see that thing, put a heat round on it. That's what that tells us. As soon as we see the ATGM position, put a heat round on it, that thing cannot be allowed to stay alive that thing cannot be allowed to stay alive.
Whew. Loaded.
Okay, so contact reports are directly flanking objective Pug. We are going to put coincidence rangefinder replaced with the laser. And that's the laser rangefinder that would drift out of position over time, yeah. That's the coincidence rangefinder that, because it was done as kind of hasty retrofit, would drift out of position periodically and basically needed to be constantly adjusted because it wasn't very good at holding its alignment. Basically the same problem as like having an instrument that won't hold tune. So you're constantly having to adjust it. See. Nothing there, nothing there. Come up to this berm, and we might be able to engage objective Pug from here if we're lucky. That would actually be really nice if this was a good vantage point to engage objective Pug. Let's read the topography. It looks like it might be. We're just reading that right. Yeah, this is either level with or slightly above objective Pug. This contact report position will definitely be above objective Pug. So we'll probably move over that way once we're over this berm. When any sort of screening force we run into here. Deal with that. Okay, that takes care of security, screening security. Now it's just a case of move up where they were and see if we can engage objective Pug from this high ground. Oh, something's mad at us. One of the platoon tanks has got it though. So, platoon formation line. We're gonna want as many guns on target as we can get. Hopefully they got him with that shot. It's not the biggest deal if they didn't. They'll just re-engage. Ooh, artillery is coming up on us.
On the way. Next target. Counter TCC. Grip on. Identified. Fire. On the way. Target. Cease fire.
Oh boy. What else is gonna be down here, I wonder? Shouldn't be any heavy armor, I don't think. There's trucks though.
On the way. Target. Next target. Counter collapse. Push. Fire on. Identified. On the way. Target. Next target. Counter collapse. Push. Identified. On the way. Target.
There we go. Goodbye, truck.
Identified. Fire.
Shit, never mind. There is in fact a tank here.
Identified.
Okay. That was a very nasty surprise.
Identified. Target lost.
Oh no, those ran into. Oh, those ran into the. Oh, those ran into the rest of the platoon. Oh, they're having a bad day right now. They're having a very bad day right now. You can just tell by all the shit we're firing at them. Okay, new platoon leader is assigned. How many of them are left? Now that's the real question. There were a bunch of trucks running the hell out of here, scattered like cockroaches as soon as we turned the lights on. That's for sure.
Gunner Kovac truck. Traverse right. Steady. Target locked.
Where did that truck go? The one that just got rolled? Because I'm not seeing it. Where are you, you son of a bitch?
Gunner Kovac truck. Traverse left. On. Identified. On the way. Re-engage.
Okay, engaging.
Gunner Kovac truck. On the way. Helpful. Target cease fire.
Okay, let's get the hell out of here now. Fallback point is straight ahead. Good. Contact report is likely location of that, so we'll put down smoke artillery and get moving. This one's lost the track, this one's lost the track. So only 2 tanks are mobile. Okay. Yep, did not see it coming at all. It's like one of the few oh yeah. Also, a little while back, you saw a limit of a laser rangefinder equipped 64A coming out of a landing ship. It's like one of the few constant things in the universe. If you see a landing, yeah, no, that is absolutely true. Landing, you know, vehicles, armor in particular, coming out of a landing ship always looks sick. A lot of it has to do with the fact that it's just, hey, giant doors have opened and things are coming out to kill you. It's the same reason. It's the same reason why I really like the old, and thank you for that, Mechanicat. I really like the old Soviet cruise missile submarines, the Echo and Juliet classes, the ones that had to surface in order to launch. Which I get why they went. I get why they didn't want to keep doing that. It's kind of obvious. If a submarine has to surface in order to attack, it's vulnerable. But there really is something to. There really is something to just having this thing come up out of the water, and then the giant assembly comes up, like lifts itself up, the doors open, and then out come the missiles. It's the same reason why, again, they are obvious. They were replaced by vertical launchers for a reason, but the old arm launchers for the standard missiles that the Ticonderogas and all the older missile cruisers used to have, those things are so cool. You know, the ones that would either, they would be horizontal, the doors would open and the missiles would come out like that, or like the Mark 26 where it would go vertical and the missiles would come up from the deck, and then they would turn to actually face the target before launching. Again, I get why that was replaced. Vertical launchers are more effective, but there is just something cool about that older style of launch system. There really is just something cool about that older style of launch system. I love the spare road wheel on the M60. I love the spare road wheel on the TTS where it's just like up above the gun where the old searchlight used to go. It just looks really cool. Let's see what happens when we turn the stabilizer off. We're not in combat anymore. I want to see what this looks like from the perspective of the gunner if we do that. Oh, that's just got to be unbearable after a while. You cannot look through that. Just all the... Oh, God, we passed up the rally point. It's fine, though. Just turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. And we are out. Okay, good. There go the BTRs. There's one truck, two truck, red truck. Oh, that's the T-64 that decided it was going to fight. It was going to, like, shoot at me. Oh, that was an 84. Funny, we were just talking about the OBR 84. And I see what you mean about it being bolted over on the 84s. Another shot that looks like it, again, probably just went into the left track. That probably just immobilized us. Then we come in and right through the gunner's sight. Oh, that is unpleasant. That is unpleasant. More truck carnage. And that's the end of that one. That is the end of that one. Okay, let's see what we got here then. What is next, I wonder? Recon Enforced Tarantula. Company attack Komodo Dragon. Positions Dolphin. Let's go. Company attack Crocodile. Objective Canary is a lot more doable than Objective Can. Oh, Mechanicat. You want to know why? You want to know why that didn't move forward? Because they lost. That's why. That's why it didn't go forward. Because they lost. And they deserved to lose. Oh, they deserved to lose. There's no other way of putting it. They deserved to lose. Hey, Chunjor, how you doing? How you doing tonight, Chunjor? You must lurk now? Okay. Let's see, first platoon, waypoint 1. And then we're going to want to look over to our right, if memory serves. Yeah, over to our right, which is where...
Target lost! Gunner, table PC! Traverse left on! Identified! Fire! Fire! Target! Re-engage!
Come Come on, come on, come on.
Away!
Okay, heat round is out.
Target! Ceasefire!
Okay, that should get us up into position towards waypoint 1. Artillery is engaging in suppression mission. There shouldn't be anything off to our left, but we're gonna want to immediately look to the right because there should be another town over that way that's very likely to have heavy contact for 2nd platoon. We're gonna need to cover them against that.
Left! On! Identified! Fire! Away! Target! Good target! Gunner heat CC! Identified! On the way!
As I was saying.
Ceasefire!
Okay, so continue our move up. We should get into a position where we can cover 2nd and 4th platoons better. Oh, yep, we got contact that direction, looks like. No, okay, never mind. That shouldn't be a problem, thankfully, here. More likely, if something does get us, it's going to be his brother, whose name we cannot say, because people won't understand that we're talking about a missile. Unfortunately, people will not understand that we're talking about a missile, even if we clarify every single time. The unfortunate Russian word that means bassoon. Well, not just Russian, I think. Yep, there we go.
On! Target lost!
Where is it? I think I got it now. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Shit! We've got his position now, though. All we gotta do is make him twitch and miss. So just keep the fire on his position. That's what matters. Do not stop firing. What do we got? What do we got? More contact reports off to our left. Objective Bean. Can't see anything from here. Hoping we got that ATGM site because that thing was unpleasant. Ah, shit. Nope, it's still active. Okay. Shit, 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 shit. First platoon is gone. Oh boy, this is gonna get zesty. Come on, come on, come on, come on. This is not good. Back to heat. No, we are just completely spent. Okay, this one is restocking. This tank's got ammo though, so they're gonna have to run the engagement until the other two restock.
Identified. High on the way. Hit target. Gunner Steve tank. Identified.
Come on!
Target. Hit target. Gunner Steve tank. Converge right.
He's moving, he's moving, he's moving.
Identified. On the way. Forward fire.
Okay, back to you. First platoon is gone, only one tank left. Okay, this is not ideal. This is not ideal. We are just gonna have to call it here. Call the mission there. Not the stream, just call the mission there. Oh, that went badly. That went badly. Oh, which man portable ATGM are you thinking about, Robin? Because remember, you gotta remember the time period. It's 1985. It's 1985, so Javelin is not happening. Let's get that one out of the way right now. Javelin is not happening. If they're gonna add any man portable ATGMs, it's going to be Dragon. And I think there's one other that the Soviets there's one the Soviets might be able to get as well. I don't remember which one. Oh, actually, no, there is Milan, actually. Shit. There's Milan, Dragon. What else is there? What else is there? Oh, yeah, there is one for them. Saxhorn. So they could get Saxhorn. So there's Saxhorn, Dragon, and Milan. So there is one for everybody, actually. So that's fine. I was trying to remember if the Soviets actually have one or not. They do. They do, actually. Okay. Also, I love the Dragon just because it's such a weird little missile. I love the Dragon just because it's such a weird little missile. I know you've seen it, Rob. I know you've seen it, Samar. But for anybody who has not seen this, I've got to show you just how strange the Dragon actually is when it's launching. It has a very unusual. Ah yes, the suitcase sagger. But for anyone who's not seen that, I gotta just show you real quickly the way that the Dragon actually fires, because it's very distinctive because of how its propulsion system works. So most missiles, they have the booster on the back, and that pushes the missile forwards, right? Dragon works a little differently. Dragon spins in flight, and its boosters are on the sides of the missile. Its propulsion is on the sides of the missile. So as it's going, it basically makes little hops. So it'll be going, you'll just hear pop, 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 as it's keeping itself in the air towards the target. It's such a strange setup. And I always have to wonder, just what were they thinking when they did this? It works, but it's bizarre. Here, let me do it again so you can hear it. There's the launch. And you should be able to see, see that little flash there? That's the missile keeping itself in the air until it hits the target. It is such a strange missile.
Anti-tank missiles come in different
such
sizes,
a strange missile.
tailored to different
And I always
missions.
just wondered, like, what was the
Medium
idea
anti-tank
behind
missiles
it?
are designed for the infantry. They must be easily portable.
You have
A
not
good
heard many
example
good
is the
things about the
American
Dragon because there are not many
anti-tank
good
missile.
things to say
It
about
can
the
be carried by
Dragon.
a single infantry.
Yeah, I said that it worked. I did not say that it was good, Robin. I did not say it was good. I merely said that it worked, I guess. Ooh, the other... It's gonna be cool to see it in game. Absolutely, absolutely, Samar. It will be so cool to see the dragon in game, just because while it's not very good, it is an incredibly unique weapon, and there is something to be said about having unique weapons in a game in games like this. Continue. Spoiling attack Falcon, raid Kingfisher, company attack Cheetah. Spoiling attack Leopard. Your platoon's mission is to destroy enemy screening forces before they can give a report on your position. You are then to disrupt enemy forces on target 304. T-64B, BMP-2, 60PB, 675D. Friendly logistics and unit strikes are mostly unhindered. And we have just received additional reinforcements and supplies. Good. We've been able to keep our logistics very high, which has been really good for us. I am wondering if that actually is having an effect on enemy units, though. Tell you one thing. When I got that first loss, and then I went into an M1 and I had to use 774, oh, you felt the difference. I was so spoiled by 833 up until that point. Like, having your logic score go down just a tick and you lose access to M833, it does not feel good. It absolutely does not feel good. Because 833 is so nice. Oh no, this is the coincidence rangefinder M60. This will be fun. Wow, they actually shot at our track. Great. Eyes up. Let's see if we can't spot where that BTR was. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. The BTR is not our main priority. Oh, did it? Did it? Ooh. That would explain a lot of the recent encounters I've had.
On the way. Target. Gunner. Truck. Reverse right. Steady. On. Identify. Fire. On the way. Guard. Re-engage.
Where are they calling those trucks at? There they are. Okay, tank identified.
Truck. Next target. Gunner. Tank. Next target. Gunner. Tank. Traverse right.
I cannot see it through those trees. We're gonna have to move.
Evacuate.
Or that happens. Okay. Trying to engage something out that far without a laser rangefinder is not fun.
Target lost.
Definitely say that much. Trying to engage something out that far without a laser rangefinder is not a fun time.
Gunner heat. Truck. Traverse right. On. Identified. Fire. On the way.
Let's see if that's even close.
Engage.
Actually, surprisingly it is.
Target. Next target. Gunner heat. Tank. On.
Oh, that's where the damn tank is. No wonder I couldn't see it.
Target. target. Gunner, Sabo, tank. Identified. Fire. On the way. Now,
But we actually have the range good.
on the way. Target.
Ooh.
Fire. Gunner, Sabo, tank. Identified. Fire. On the way. Target.
Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it.
On the way.
Yep, these are 64Bs, but we've got the good ammo. These are 64Bs, but we have the good ammo. So that kind of balances it out, Samar.
Gunner, Sabo, PC.
Oh, that one blew up pretty.
Fire. Fire heat. On the way. Target.
Okay, break contact, break contact.
Next target. Target locked.
Smoke along our line of sight. Ooh. Rally point is directly ahead. Hey there, Dr. Anime. How are you doing? How are you doing on your side of the world? Dr. Anime, I will put you in one of these tin cans and make you come out and fight with me. And we'll see just how much fun you have. And thank you for that as well. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. Let's see, where does that put me? Okay, we are on direct course for the rally point. Should be, yep, just right over on our left here. Good. And I think with this mission over, I think this is, unfortunately, I know you just got here, unfortunately, Dr. Anime, but I think this is where we are going to call it for tonight. So let's see who's on we can raid into. Who have we not raided in a while? Let's get to the rally point. We have broken contact. Good. And then, like I said, let's see who we can raid into. Yeah, no. You know what? Let's raid Alice. Let's raid Alice. She's playing Dark Souls. Let's see how she's doing on that. And as always, you want to see what I'm up to off stream. These are all the places you can find me. And let me get that for all of y'all on YouTube as well. There we go. And the